There was another unicorn at this event, Dream11. Now, with IPL starting next month at the UAE, what does it mean for Dream11? What does it mean for fantasy sports? There's been so much action around online gaming, right? What does that mean for a unicorn like Dream11? Here's the founder himself.
We pumped our product full of features to start with. We went overboard. We went overboard marketing. We didn't find product market fit. We didn't look at unit economics. We didn't look at contribution margin. And we just thought that everybody will just love it. So,
and how did you finance this at the time? Because I mean, the journey has been long enough. And so talk to us about some of those challenges as you went through that process.
yeah, when you launch, right, you think this is it. I know this is just going to work, right? And one of the famous startup quotes is that no business plan survives first contact with the customer. And ours was like a nuclear reaction with the customer, right? We thought that all of India will start playing. And after 3 years of pumping crores of money that we had taken from friends and family, right, as a seed kind of investment, we had nothing to show. And that's when we realized that, hey, this is not going to be so easy. So 2010, we started a social media agency because we didn't want to raise more money on a failed product. And so we built an agency on the side. We were making money through that. Then we pumped that money back in the product side to keep the dream alive, if you excuse the pun. And in 2012, after like 100 pivots, is what we pivoted to what you see today. And that's obviously product market fit.
That's incredible. I think a lot of people don't know this and probably don't appreciate how. I mean, it's a matter of persistence, right? I mean, like the agency business is probably had nothing to do with your ambition, ultimate, and your goal itself of what you sought out to build. But you had to kind of do what you had to do, right? That's the way to think about it?
All your means to an end, right? We knew that we had to stop burning cash. We didn't have another product that was creating cash. The services business is obviously one that generates cash, right? You don't need to scale up unless you have those clients. And so we did what we had to do to survive and thrive. And luckily for us, we were able to find a pivot which worked. And then 2012 to 2014, we found product market fit on what you see today. Unit economics working, high retention, good customer stickiness, good virality, great organic users coming back. And so what happened is that we knew this was working, but then came along the fact that this was an unregulated space. It was, on that brink of, is it gambling? Is it legal, illegal? Are you allowed to put money on sports, right? And so that became a huge challenge of getting funding. And so I spent like 2 years pitching in New York, San Francisco, London, Hong Kong, and Bangalore, Delhi.
Everywhere you could find investors. Everywhere you could find investors.
That's right. And after 150 odd meetings, I was lucky enough to find Vani and Shashin from Kalari and Think Investments who believed in us and gave us a Series A check. And since then, 2015, it's been 5 years. We've gone from about 3 lakh users to about 8.3 crore users now.
Wow.
And so that's been an amazing journey, obviously. But we're just getting started. This is only fantasy sports. We've always looked, even back in the day when the product didn't work, we always wanted to solve for the sports fan in general. The problem with Indian sports is that there's no personalization. If you open a sports property, I open a sports property, we see the same thing.
Right.
Everyone is dependent on ad money for sports. We want to show that the Indian user you can build a sports transaction business, right? And so we're now, pushing, we've incubated another product called Fan Code. And so Fan Code is for sports content and sports commerce. And that's all about transactions again. There's no advertising really. It's all about transacting, and it's all about content and commerce that you can personalize to the Indian consumer.
So is the user thinking about this like, I'm going to the movie, or how is the user, when he spends money with your platform, what is he expecting, and why do they keep spending more money?
Entertainment, right? So the average ticket size on our platform is somewhere close to 30 rupees. It's cheaper than buying a beer for a match, right? It's pure entertainment. 80% of our users play for free because they like to play with their friends. It's about competing, it's about that banter, it's about one-upmanship, right? And the great part is that, as an Indian company, we really focused only on India, right? We have one office in Mumbai. We're all Indian founders and employees, and we said we'll only focus on the Indian user. And so we were able to also drive our product to a very focused Indian user mentality, right? Low ticket prices, no commitment, because in America and Europe, etc., fantasy sports has been around for like decades. They're
Yeah.
used to a season-long game, and so we said no. The Indian
Yeah.
consumer wants like a cash sachet size of game.
You have brackets, and they keep going, and yeah, teams.
And so that was very important, right? The Indian consumer likes low commitment. They don't have that much of an attention span. They like to do some stuff where they can play with friends and they can have one-upmanship. And they want something that is entertainment, right? And that's why we're talking about gaming and Bollywood, right? Both are just entertaining.